Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine. So here I am with English subject. Now, in yesterday's class, we completed scene 1 of My Elder Brother, right? In that scene 1, we discussed. Now you know this chapter is like a drama, right? So this is why it goes scene wise. Okay, so in scene 1 where Bhaiya was explaining the importance of studying, importance of doing hard work to Munna, and he even made timetable for Munna to follow, and they were discussing about the time to play. Okay, now we are going to continue with the scene 2. So open page number 67. Okay, and let's start with scene 2. The final exams are over and the results are out. Now, you know one thing, that in the first scene, Bhaiya always talked about learning, studying and all, right? So, when you think about Bhaiya, we get a picture in our mind that he might be so intelligent, maybe a topper or something, right? And Munna, maybe he was a mischievous student, might be average in studying, right? This is what we thought from scene 1. Now scene 2 says that the exams are over, the results are out, the results came. Now let's see what is the result of Bhaiya and what is the result of Munna. Bhaiya, alas, I have failed once again. Now who failed over here? It is Bhaiya who failed. Now can you imagine that Bhaiya failed? Now Bhaiya, he was 3 classes ahead of Munna, right? So alas, he said. Now what is the meaning of alas? You use this is the expression. What is it? It's the expression, and we use when we hear something or something where there is some sadness, okay, to show sadness, okay, grief, we use alas. Like when we are happy, we use hooray, right? So here alas means showing grief, showing sadness. Okay, he said, I have failed once again. Now what is the meaning of once again over here? He didn't say I failed. He said I have failed once again. It means maybe the previous year also he failed. Right? So now Bhaiya was failing again and again. Now let's see what Munna said in return. Oh, but Bhaiya, I have passed and topped my class. So now what happened? We thought Munna was not studying. He might not be knowing anything, right? But what is the reverse thing? That Munna topped the class. Okay. And he said, I have passed. Now there is only 2 years difference between us. So because Bhaiya might have failed once again, he stayed in the same class. Now again Bhaiya failed. So I said, now before Bhaiya and Munna, they had 3 classes difference. Now only 2 years difference. Okay. Bhaiya, but my dear brother, don't be so proud. Now what Bhaiya is explaining to Munna, that don't feel so proud that without studying or without doing hard work as Bhaiya was doing, said as I am doing, don't feel so proud. You have passed only 1 class and you think that I am stupid and you are smart. So now Bhaiya came to know that as Munna was saying that I passed and I topped the class. So he said he meant to say that he knows everything, he is smart. So now Bhaiya is saying that you just passed 1 class and now you are thinking that you are smart and I am stupid. Once in a while, in a gulli danda game, you might get lucky and hit a goal. So now Bhaiya, he is giving one example. He is giving one example that suppose there is a game of gulli danda. Now do you see in the picture how he is playing? So what do we do in that? We hit one goal, right? एक निशाना हम लगाते हैं, वहाँ पे हम निशाना लगाते हैं एक चीज़ पर, ठीक है? तो that is what Bhaiya was trying to explain, that you may become lucky. You are not expert in gulli danda game, but because of your luck, you may hit a goal. वो निशाना लग जाता है by your luck. But that does not mean, turn the next page, but that does not mean you have mastered the game. अगर एक बार गलती से निशाना लग जाता है तो इसका ये मतलब नहीं होता कि we master the game, we know the whole game, we become the expert of it, right? For example, suppose you got the highest marks in one subject, though you might have not worked so hard or you don't know anything about it, but you got it. May be because of your luck, right? So if you think that I became expert in this subject, that is not done. Okay, you have to work hard to be successful in life. So here what Bhaiya was trying to explain, Munna, that once you passed, that does not mean every time you are going to pass, right? You have to work hard to be successful. मेहनत तो हमेशा चाहिए ही if you want to be successful. When you have to study a subject like algebra or geometry in higher classes, then you will understand the importance of hard work. So now Bhaiya was explaining that if you go in higher classes, now higher classes means 9th, 10th, okay? So he said at that time in maths subject, you have this chapters, algebra, okay, or geometry. Okay, so he said when you go there, when you study that chapter, okay, that time you will understand what is the importance of hard work. Now he is giving one more example. In geometry, if one writes ACB instead of ABC, the answer is marked wrong. Now let me give one example for this. Suppose I draw something like this, okay? Here I marked A, B and C, okay? This is 90 degree, okay? Now he's saying that if one writes ACB, now if you write ACB, if you write angle ACB equals to 90 degree, it will go wrong, right? Instead of ABC, you wrote ACB, which goes wrong, right? So he said the answer is marked wrong. So he said if by mistake, if you write ACB, the whole answer will go wrong. The examiner will not spare you. The examiner will not leave you thinking that okay, by mistake he might have written ACB. Okay, but you know the correct answer. You did that hard work of finding the answer. Just by mistake you wrote the wrong figure. Then your answer will go wrong. The examiner will give you wrong. They want you to learn word by word from the textbooks. Now he is saying one more thing. The teachers want you to learn word by word from the textbook. Now what happened actually? Now as Munna said that he passed and he topped the class and Bhaiya failed. So here he was trying to show Munna that in higher classes things studying that is very difficult. Now Bhaiya was trying to show that, okay? And he was trying to show that how difficult it is to study, how difficult it is to pass, not like yours. Munna, oh Bhai Sahib, this is scary. I don't think I want to go to the 9th class now. So now what Munna is saying, now obviously Bhaiya was trying to tell Munna how difficult it is in higher classes, right? And studies actually become difficult as we go step ahead, right? As you also can see, what is studied in 1st, 2nd and 3rd, 4th standard, 5th, 6th, 7th might be totally different. You get always a level up, right? Now, so Munna, he said, I got scared. Munna said, oh Bhai Sahib, this is scary. It's very, scaring to me that I have to study so much. I don't think I want to go in the 9th class. He said, I don't want to go in the 9th class. Okay. But I will still complete my day's homework so that I get no punishment in class. So now what Munna is saying, now you know that if you don't do homeworks, obviously the students get punishment. Right? So now Munna is also saying that I don't want to go in ninth class, but still I'll do the homework which we are given every day, because if I don't do the homework, I'll get punishment. Bhaiya, just today we were asked to write a short essay on the topic of punctuality in 4 pages. Now, Bhaiya was saying that today only, might be obviously English subject, said we got topic of essay writing. Okay, now they said you have to write a short essay. Now, short essay means not a very long, right? 2, 3, 4 pages. So they said us you have to write a short essay on which topic? Punctuality. Okay, but following the time properly and all. So Bhaiya is saying they said you have to write an essay, short essay on topic punctuality, but it has to be 4 pages. Now he is saying we had to write short essay but 4 pages. And imagine, can something be written on 4 pages and still be short? So now he is saying, Munna, that they said it is short essay but 4 pages. Can it be a short essay? Do you think it is really writing 4 pages is short essay? It's also mixed up. So Bhaiya said it's all mixed up. You have to study continuously. You cannot spare your time just playing, right? So he said you cannot always go and play and waste your time like that. So he said it's all mixed up. Now what happened? Munna thinking aloud. Now Munna did not say this to Bhaiya, but as Bhaiya was explaining all this, what they have to do, okay, what lessons they are given, what activities they have to do. So Bhaiya was continuously talking, and meanwhile, okay, जब भैया सारी बातें कर रहा था तब मुन्ना अपने ही दिमाग में सोच रहा था. क्या सोचा उसने? Thank God it was time for school, or else the scolding will have gone on and on. So what happened now? Munna was saying that thank God. He was thinking. He didn't say to Bhaiya, but he was thinking, thank God it was time to go for school. Otherwise, Bhaiya would have continued scolding me. Right? So they might be talking before going to school. Right? So it was the time to go for school. So now obviously Bhaiya would have stopped scolding. Na? So Munna was saying, thank God, it's time for school. Otherwise, Bhaiya would have scolded him continuously. Now, why Bhaiya was scolding him continuously? Just because Bhaiya wanted to show Munna that you passed this year. Okay, you passed this year without studying so much, without doing hard work. That does not mean every year you are going to pass. Right? So this is what we saw in scene 2. What did we see in scene 2? I am again going to say it in a short summary, that the exams got over, okay, and Bhaiya got failed in that year once again. Okay. Now there was only 2 years difference between Munna and Bhaiya. But what happened to Munna? He topped the class, okay, and he passed. So now Munna thought it is very easy to pass. So that is why Bhaiya was scolding him and telling him it is actually very difficult to pass in higher standards. You don't think that this year you passed, so the next year also you will pass. Okay, you have to do the hard work. And he gave examples of Gulli Danda, he gave examples of algebra and all. Right? Then it was time to go for school. So Bhaiya stopped scolding. So here we completed with scene 2. Now, in the next class, we'll finish up with scene 3. Okay? In scene 2, if you are having any doubt, okay, even in scene 1, if you are having any doubt, any word that you didn't understand, any dialogue that you didn't understand, you can freely ask in the comment section. Okay? In the next class, I will solve your doubt. Okay? So, till here, go through it. Read till page number 68. Okay? So, here we finish with scene 2.